When the kids are counting sheep, when the kids go to sleep, dreams and memories. When the kids go to sleep, when the kids go to sleep.
I almost had.
Wow, I cannot wipe the smile off my face. After hearing that. That's impossible to not be smiling.
We had a lot
It
of.
makes you want to go.
She wants a sigh. I want more of a beating children in the background. Like, get into bed! I'll smack you right now! I mean, that's more entertaining to start a show.
ridiculous.
Absolutely.
Wait, I feel like we have to say something about the last podcast.
Oh. Okay, yeah, two things of business real quick. Mike Tompkins is on the show today. He's our guest, but we got to cover some things real quick. We're not going to be here for the podcast next week because we'll be in Nashville. And two... There was just like 500 of you in a blog TV show, and we're like, go to Twitter and ask us questions. And then we started the podcast, and we totally forgot
to look at your questions.
So I will personally go back on Twitter later and answer all those questions on Twitter because we forgot to do it in the podcast. And then we just like started. I'm like, oh yeah, remember all those people we told us to ask questions, and we didn't look at any of them. So I'm sorry, we just
we do love you though.
And that sucked because like that last podcast, I'm like, I'm running out of things to talk about. I wish we had something to talk about. We had 100 Twitter questions to go to. Rat monkeys.
I don't think we're running out of things to talk about.
Well, I always have something. Yeah, pardon my language, Mike. I'm sorry.
Is that a real curse word?
Could be. It's mine.
It is now.
Where did I come up with that? Rat monkeys?
I don't know.
It is.
Weirdo.
It's just, I have a thing where I have like all these weird swear words that I say, and that's one of them.
That's
much
when
better.
that's when you have the kids, right?
Yeah. You got to think of other things.
You gotta cut out the F.
You gotta be
this
creative.
And the F that. So Mike Tompkins on the show. When the kids go to sleep, WTKGTS.
I feel like we have a celebrity in the house.
We do.
Well,
we do
I feel like I'm sitting amongst YouTube royalty right now. Well,
really
I am
sweet.
actually. I don't feel like I am.
Well, you know what? This is interesting. You actually started your YouTube channel before me. Did you know that?
I did know that. I started this YouTube channel when I was like 13 or 14. Oh wait, no, not that long.
You
like
started
2006.
July 21st, 2006.
Yes, and then I didn't start putting out videos until like 2 years ago.
July 25th, 2007 is when you put up your first video.
I
went and looked.
Yeah. Sorry, cover song, cover videos.
Song.
Yes.
Well, see, actually, your very, very first video with you and that other guy was on July 25th. Well, because I went back and looked, so I'm like, so how long has this guy been doing YouTube?
Yeah.
And you started your channel July 21st, 2006. I started mine December 21st. 5 months. You started your channel 5 months before me in 2006.
Wow.
That's like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 minus 6 is 6. 6 years.
Before either of us knew what YouTube was.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's a good question then. Do you
so
remember
true.
why you started your channel? Like what were you like, oh, I guess I better start something on this thing? Like, do you remember what happened? Like,
I remember I was young, and I was a music producer, you know, producing like my friends and producing hip hop music, really bad hip hop music, and I just kind of knew that we were really into making videos. I could never really figure out how to get the videos online or get them onto my computer.
so somebody could see them, yeah.
Yeah. So I actually never really ever figured out how to do it when I was a kid until I started working with Shad. Rapper and put up some videos with him, and so I had some subscribers from that, and so after that I was like, a few years later came up with the idea for the cover songs, and after that I was like, well, I'll just put it up on this channel because I already have like 100 subscribers or whatever on it. And so I was like, cool, so I'll do it in that, and that's why I'm on PPP Productions.
Right, and not Mike Tompkins.
And not Mike Tompkins.
I was going to ask you that. Like, do you wish that you had...
Oh, yeah.
It's like hindsight's 2020. Like, I probably wouldn't have called it
like
Shaytards. Just it's like the worst marketing
We
decision.
get so much crap for that.
So what's with the tard? Well, we hate mentally handicapped people, so we thought, let's start a YouTube channel about it. So
the worst thing ever.
Because I saw PBPP, it's kind of like hard to read, and I thought, I bet you he wishes he would have had it.
Totally. Well, it was when I was a kid, we had this production company. I was like 13, started it. It was called Peanut Butter Pie Productions.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
And, it's cute.
Yeah.
It's adorable.
That's right.
Peanut butter pie, yummy.
So were you like...
Except it was like hardcore hip hop.
Right.
Oh, this
like,
looks
wait
cute.
a second.
I'm gonna kill your mom in the alleyway.
What?
Check out that song. You can download it, MikeTompkins.com. So this is what was interesting. I was looking into your little history here. You started your YouTube channel July 21st of 2006. I started mine, on the 21st of 2006. Your first video was July 25th, 2007. So you uploaded your first video before I ever uploaded my first video.
Wow.
Because my first video was on August 16th, 2007. So literally, like, you uploaded your very first video 3 weeks before I ever uploaded my very first video to ShayCarl.com.
Wow.
So
You guys are
this
like
guy's been doing
blood
YouTube technically longer than I have.
Technically, yes.
Seriously. Well, I mean, literally.
Yeah.
By 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So
So wait, so the first video you put up was with that rapper, Shad.
I feel like there was another video before that, but I took them down.
I could tell.
okay.
I was like,
Yeah.
have you
Okay.
taken videos down? Because you can just kind of like.
I had a
think-
bunch of like really weird, like just me as a kid video, like making, like
Oh, I bet people
beats
would
and
love
stuff, so.
those.
Yeah.
I know. I have no idea where they are now. So
Liar. He just doesn't want you to see it. Kasim, my friend Kasim G's like that. He's erased, like, he's taken down like 10 of his videos
I
that I think
know.
are hilarious.
Really?
They are.
But
When he
he's
first
like,
started?
Yeah, and like they're just funny videos from like 2 or 3 years ago, and he's taking them down because he doesn't think like they're funny
They're the
anymore.
classic.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, those are hilarious. Put them back up because we have videos like that.
We
that
got some that are like, oh man.
there's probably actually like
Super
over 100
embarrassing,
videos
yeah.
that I wish we could that we should take down probably. But I'm just like, that's our history,
It
Like,
is.
I don't want to like let it go. Anyway, so your first video that like was Party in the USA that like blew up, right?
Yeah.
So what?
And was it that
your-
one that put you on the Ellen?
no, actually, sorry. The first video that blew up wasn't Party in the USA. I'm sorry. The first video I ever did for like cover songs was the Party in the USA thing, but it didn't really take off. It was like maybe got like 1,000 views in the first month or so, and then I did another cover song. I just kind of kept going because I was like, this is a really cool idea. Nobody's really doing it the way I'm doing this, so I just kind of kept going and feeling disheartened sometimes because like you work so hard on something and then you don't get like any views.
Right.
And then about my fourth video in, it was the Teenage Dream cover. That was the one. that blew
yeah.
up. Yeah. The Katy Perry thing. That was. I'll be 2 years ago now. Yeah, 2 years ago in this summer, I put that up, and
that has 18.2 million views on it.
that's the big one. Yeah.
That's a lot of views in the YouTube world.
Did you say?
This-
sorry, did
this-
you
No,
say?
you did, dude. I did my research. You uploaded Party in the USA before you uploaded the Katy Perry video.
Right.
Yeah. Sorry. I guess I'm confused.
That's. I think the what I'm talking about is Miley Cyrus's Party in the USA cover. That's like the first one that went viral. It's like at 2.8 million views now.
I think
But when I first started, like my videos were not getting a lot of views.
Right, and
now that has a lot
so.
of
They
views.
probably have a lot
right.
of views because the Katy Perry one.
So
Yeah.
here's what I've kind of noticed. Like a lot of YouTube musicians kind of have to go this route. Like this, my new favorite band, Walk Off the Earth. They
Canadians.
just yes, Canadians. They seem to make all the good music up there. You know my buddy Corey Vidal,
Why did I know that name?
because he's from Canada. You know everybody from Canada, right?
I guess so.
He's
Everyone's
a
a
YouTube
neighbor.
He's a
Yeah.
YouTube. He's a Canadian
Well,
YouTuber.
and he did a video
Oh
similar
yeah, I know.
to what
Oh
you
yeah,
do.
yeah. He
He-
did the Star Wars.
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Right.
know who he is.
He
yeah.
did that.
I
Anyways,
don't know him personally, but yeah.
But you know him. But what I was gonna say is like, because there's these new YouTube musicians that are coming up that are super talented. If you go watch this guy's videos, it's amazing what he can do with his voice. He does the whole
Seriously.
band with just his voice. And it seems like it kind of sucks, but it does take, some of these really talented musicians to do cover songs just to kind of like become known. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I was
And-
thinking about that today too. It's interesting. I know a lot of talented musicians, and it's like I'm like, man, if they just did like a cover song on
Right.
on
blow
YouTube, man,
up.
they could really blow up. And so
Which it makes sense. But I mean, think of how great that is. That's really like that
Yeah.
you can do that.
Well, the
And
thing
that-
is you can't. It's hard because there's so much talent out there. There's so
Yeah.
many people that are really good at what they do, but it's hard to be discovered. It really it's there because there's so many people that are trying to be discovered. It's tough. So unless you do something that you can kind of like get more eyeballs, unless somebody
Yeah.
promotes you, like Philip DeFranco
Yeah.
promoted me. If I never had that, I would never be here. If I didn't have that first shout out, you got to have something that kind of gets the ball rolling, and then it's
Yeah.
up to you to keep it going.
Totally,
So
yeah.
if you get that little push or that little nudge for a few more eyeballs to see you, and then those few more people that see you are like, whoa, this guy's good.
Yeah.
They'll share it with a few of their friends. Maybe do then you do this Katy Perry cover. 18 million people see it. Maybe not everybody loves it or whatever, but that's that many more eyeballs who saw you and now love you, and you're their
Yeah.
favorite musician, and they follow you on Twitter, and it's like, who cares if you have to do a cover song to get people to know you if now you have your talent out there.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing that because I watched you on the Ellen Show. Mike was on the Ellen Show, and so Katy, I don't want to like diss Katy Perry or anything. This is just true for most like musicians today. Like you see these musicians on Saturday Night Live or Ellen, and they're singing their song, and you're like, cringing. You're like, they can't sing. Why? How does their song on the radio sound good? Like, they can't sing this freaking song. And now you have these new musicians. I think thanks to like American Idol and YouTube, you get people who can really, you have to be able to like go sing, and they can sing. And so you were on the Ellen show, and like you sounded amazing, and you were just like a cappella on the mic, other than the voices that he had pre-recorded earlier. How many screens were up there, by the way?
Oh, I think we had like 12.
Show that, Denise. Yeah, like, so all these like percussions of him. Tell us about that. When did you record that?
Well, it was interesting because I never performed what I had done live.
Interesting.
Oh, right,
and so I was like, this is my first time performing in front of millions of people. So it was definitely, I don't really get nervous, but it was probably like, leading up to it, I wasn't nervous at all. I was like, completely calm, and then about 5 minutes before I go on, I go backstage. You hear the crowd's crazy, and I see Ellen on stage. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to sing this song. So it was a really weird moment.
Right.
Wait, that was your first public performance, or like just big?
That was my first public
live.
performance.
Public live?
Yeah, like I've never done what I've done live, not in like a small little, in front of like a few little people. No, it was the first time.
Because you're doing it in your room.
Yeah.
Up to then.
Yeah.
And on the Ellen show.
There you go.
Very first time ever performing in front of an audience on the Ellen show. Check it out. You sounded great. You did amazing. And that's what I was thinking. Because my buddy Megan Tonjes was on the Ellen show. And she is, it's just like, wow, these musicians, these YouTube musicians, it's like, they are going to be the new stars. Because people are going to require good music and not like produced music. So I feel like the days of like these pop stars that are like developed by these record labels
fading away.
So ladies, sorry, if you want to sing, if you want to be a singer, guess what? You got to be able to sing. Sorry about that.
You know what's interesting about Walk Off the Earth, and what I think is so cool about this whole thing that's gone on with them, is the fact that it's Gautier, right? Is that how you?
That's the cover. Yeah. I know. I don't.
That song wasn't popular until they covered it. So
they
a
made
cover
that song popular.
Made a song popular and somebody else popular. Like that blows my mind.
Totally.
That blows my mind.
That somebody else performing your song makes you more popular than you performing your song.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, and that's always funny because I thought this little boxes. I don't know if this is an original of theirs, but there's always those times where it's like, this band did this song. It's like, no, that's a cover.
No, that's by this band.
Yeah, that's by this band. And then you go watch that, you're like, what? But I like this one better. Yeah. But even the Gautier, if you go watch the Gautier one, it's a different feel.
It's cool.
And the music video.
Really cool.
Have you seen the Gautier music video?
I haven't seen it.
It's cool. It's like all this chalk. Check that out. It's pretty cool.
Is that the one where they're up against a wall?
Yeah. And it's like drawing them and stuff.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. And that's what is interesting about YouTube is that, that can happen. That, this little band can do this cover of a song that, this guy's made.
Just take
and
off.
it just blows up.
Yep. And I saw him on SNL.
Oh, yeah.
The other night.
I think it's crazy.
So here's a full circle on that, right?
Right.
So we were watching that Saturday Night Live, and I'm like, and Gautier started singing it, and I didn't know that this was a cover.
Oh,
I honestly didn't. I did not
didn't know?
At this point. I did not know, and I'm like, why is he singing it like that? Why don't they have the guitar? Where's the dude with the beard doing the plinky noise? This isn't it. Who's this idiot? And I'm like, oh, that's the guy who really did the song.
That's funny.
Anyways, so yeah, that's what is that's what's available, or that's what's can happen now because of YouTube and stuff like that.
So I wanted to ask you, sometime after your Christmas video that you put up, was that your original or was that a cover?
Yeah, that was my original song. So I've done 2 originals now. In the last, I guess my last couple have been original. I did a stand-up, which was we did a song for anti-bullying because I was really
good.
Well, I was really affected by bullying in public school, in elementary school.
Right.
And so it was always been kind of in the back of my mind of something that I really wanted to do. And then the opportunity to do something with the Bully movie that was coming up came up really quickly. So we had to pop something out really quickly. So yeah. So
is that footage from your video? Is that some footage from the documentary?
Yeah, all that stuff that's not me is from the movie.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So talk about that. You're donating all the proceeds and everything to
to a really cool organization called Bully Bust. They do a lot of training in schools and not just in schools too, to kind of like train people to know how to deal with bullying.
Right.
And Yeah.
to not only
Quit being jerks, you guys.
Yeah,
Stop.
seriously.
What's your problem?
No, all your followers are the nice.
They're the nice ones.
you better be.
Yeah.
We're watching.
I'll ground you. It is so funny because like I guess growing up, you know, bullying's a lot more in the forefront now. Like,
Yeah.
You know,
It's always been there.
it's always been there,
it's
but
always-
yeah. You know, and now
My
it's
brother
just
was so much brutally.
bullied.
It's just makes me crazy. I can't even believe it.
And you know, it's that old cliche about kids can be so mean because mostly it's just like it's just kids that they don't realize that they're just trying to fit in. I think themselves.
Oh yeah.
So they're
in,
just they
be
think
funny.
I'll be the bully. Like maybe that's their role.
Oh,
as the mean
absolutely.
guy. You know.
Right.
Yeah. And I remember like after being bullied, I was a bully too to kids, and I was mean to kids too, you know, and that was just kind of like, you know, your coping mechanism. You want to feel like you're being cool. You want to feel like you're being funny,
Right.
Right.
and that's and a lot of times people can get really hurt.
Get
by
hurt
that.
by it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, you remember? It's like you do those. I remember as a kid, you know, like. You know, trying to be funny. I remember a specific instance, like hitting my friend because I thought it'd be a funny thing, and like really hurting him. And like, oh, why did I do that? It was so stupid.
Yeah.
But I just think, you know, as young people like grow up and kind of like feel how it is, it's like maybe that's the way that they fit in. So I think it's just important that we just tell people that's not okay. That's not a good way to fit in and to be cool is by hurting other people.
And I love your song. It just really it hits. You know.
Cool.
So
yeah.
Resonates.
So yeah, did you write that song after they contacted you, or is that?
It was a song that I've been kind of working on since I think September, and I wasn't. I kind of like put it on the back burner because like this song I had written the chorus for it and like pretty much all the music for it. And I just had to kind of do the verses, and so I wasn't planning to do this until like after all my original
You're
music.
like, it's time to finish the song. Yeah.
But this opportunity came up, so we literally like I had to film the video, write the song in like almost less than a week.
Wow.
And so it was a really short time that
That's
we
impressive.
passed it out. But me writing the song was kind of like the song was really about kind of like me speaking to the kids who are getting bullied, but also to the people who are watching him getting bullied. So it's
Right.
kind of goes from both those angles, and I think you can hear that in the song.
So when does the movie come out?
It's already out.
It's out. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So where
Yeah.
can the people go see that?
I believe I'm not sure where. I know they did an early release that was kind of was just in select cities, but now I think it's spread out. But I don't
think
know.
I remember that.
You can probably find it on their website.
Yeah,
though.
and we'll put a bunch of all the information down below.
thebullyproject.com.
So I noticed that in between, like the Christmas and then the Bully Project, you didn't really post for a few months.
Mm-hmm.
Was that like a planned thing, or you like go blank? Or
I was, I was kind of going through a weird stage where I just was feeling, I don't know. I feel like a lot of artists go through stages where they feel uninspired,
right?
and I'm kind of really getting out of that now, and I'm feeling very much inspired. But I just it was a tough time for me because I was like, I was like volunteering at like other things that it didn't want to have anything to do with my YouTube stuff. Didn't want to have anything to do with it because I was just feeling like.
It can be overwhelming.
Yeah,
I mean, you blew
and
up.
I have this.
fast,
I have
so big.
these. My album's pretty much almost done. For original songs, and so I was like, I've been sitting on these, and I just want to release them, but it's like we have to, be smart about how we release them. And
Are you a perfectionist?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I can tell.
Yeah.
That's your problem. Right, honey.
Yeah.
Right, honey.
We don't have
I
that
knew it.
problem.
Look at your wife. Look at your wife.
Yeah.
I knew it. And see,
Yeah.
people like you, I know people like you. You do good stuff, but it's like unless you think it's perfect, you won't put it up.
But other
that-
people will.
But I'm like, that's fine. That's my problem too. I'm like,
know.
that's fine.
Fine, just
That's
put
why
it
I
up.
upload
I'm
6 videos
trying
a
to
day.
get more like that.
We put up a lot of
Everything
videos.
I do is hilarious, so why not upload
That's why there's at least 100 that we should probably take down. But that's okay.
it? So me and you need to like have us middle
need to
ground
have a
because
middle
I
ground.
Collaboration.
I think that too. I'm like, I need to have like be more like I should spend less time on or more time on fewer projects. Like I want to
Yeah.
like really make because I feel like on YouTube, honestly, like there hasn't been a project that I've like put my whole self into. 'Cause
Yeah.
you always feel as a YouTuber like you got to get it up and you got to get to the next project. And
Yeah.
and sometimes that I think hurts what I want to create because I'm just constantly like just putting stuff up.
Yeah.
But I would like some time to like really put something in. And you can tell that's the thing. That's why you have 18. I mean, almost all your videos are multi-million viewed videos, which is a testament to what he puts into these projects. They're so good
Right.
that millions and millions of people are willing to share them with
They're
everybody.
evergreen.
Yeah.
I'm sort of thankful for all my followers who have been super supportive from the beginning, and especially in the times where I haven't been putting up stuff.
Is that the word? It's like, where's the new music? You know,
and I'm like, just like, I just want to release stuff, and there is stuff to release, and it's coming. But I'm really excited now because I'm at the point now. It's like we're hitting the ground running, and we're going hard.
Right.
So we're releasing a ton of more stuff this year.
So, and you just recently signed with Maker, is that right?
That is correct. Yes.
Yeah.
You did? That was dumb. Why did you do that? You're gonna regret that. I was gonna ask you that because you haven't had a label, and that's the other thing. Talk to me about being a music producer. Did you go to school for that, or?
I went to school for audio engineering, and there's kind of like music production side, but I've always been a music producer. I always wanted to be the behind the scenes person. I didn't want to be an artist, so that wasn't my thing.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and I was really
that
shy.
was wrong. You were wrong. You should not do. Yeah. You should definitely be an artist.
Yeah. So it was like, for me, it was like, I guess over the last 2 years has been like really just trying to find my kind of, I guess, identity, in some sort of way, because I went from wanting to be the behind the scenes guy, and all of a sudden there's people who like me as a singer, and I never was really confident in myself as a singer. I grew up with a lot of great musicians, and so like I was always the guy that made everything happen for these musicians.
Cool.
So I was never the person who was doing it. So yeah, it was a really weird transition from like being music producer to putting up these videos. And then after the Ellen Show was producing again for one of the biggest producers in the world, Timbaland.
Yeah.
So that was like, just all of a sudden, it was like
blew up.
crazy.
Yeah. I think a background like that, like in behind the scenes and production and making and putting these songs together, makes you a better artist, because like because you're gonna make that song. You can make the song, and as an artist, most of those artists don't. Yeah, they just sing. And then they're producing, the producer mixes the song. But if you can do both of those things,
but you've done all this by yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Up
all
until now,
the editing and the
and that's another thing about YouTube and YouTubers, is that they're not one act ponies. Like, they can do a lot of different stuff. I mean, they're producers and writers, and all these projects are created on their own.
Yeah.
And that's what's so cool, and I think just raises the talent level, because you're forced into doing more things.
Yeah, it's kind of like you're trying to learn as you go and learn. Like for me, it was like I was learning to video edit as I was going. So like by the time you saw my I guess my last cover song that I edited probably would have been the Paradise video, and so that was like me stepping up my game completely, shooting everything in my basement and then editing on my laptop.
Nice.
So it was just
awesome.
kind of a progression of learning how to do things.
Yeah, that's for sure. And that's part of why I love Maker, is because they can take off some of that load.
Yeah.
Like for me, I loved making videos and it was fun for me, but as soon as it came to the editing and uploading, I was like, honey, do you have time?
It's just a cool resource to have, because then now you can have ideas and you can get the resources to put the projects together.
Yeah,
you have a recording studio. You got Rolf in here. Do you like Rolf, by the way?
Oh, I love
Is he okay?
Do you love his hair?
Look at that guy.
We love your hair, Rob.
Rolf's the sound mixer in here.
Yeah.
Rolf.
He looks great today, by the way.
Doesn't he?
He does.
He always looks great. Raphael. So, okay, so what else are you working on, Mike Tompkins? You got this, the bullying project, your YouTube channel. So talk to us about what you got coming up. You got...
Yeah, so we're getting closer and closer and closer to releasing original music. My real, not the bully stuff or the Christmas stuff. I don't see that as my technically first releases, because they were my first original releases, yes, but they're not the first single.
Like your babies.
Yeah, so we're working towards an album this year.
Nice.
So that's just so exciting for me.
Are all the tracks going to be you and your voice?
Yes.
Every one of them,
awesome.
really?
So
that's cool.
It's going to be, it's going to be really, really interesting. I'm really excited how they've been turning out. And
so when can we expect the first upload, the first single from Mike Tompkins' world debut, first song?
Probably before the start of summer. So
okay.
Hopefully we'll, I can't make any promises yet.
Right.
But you do have a video coming up. Right?
Yeah, I have a cover song, this past Wednesday.
Awesome.
2 days ago. Check it out.
Ago.
What is it? What is it?
It is Nicki Minaj, Starships,
Oh my gosh.
featuring John
Oh my God,
Rubin.
watch
No, oh, you got John Rubin.
Oh, I'm excited.
Is he rapping?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
I'm pumped.
So John Rubin is Danny Diamond's brother, the CEO of Maker Studios, and he's like a legit rapper, like a Christian rapper.
Dude, I was a big fan of him when I was
Before?
a kid. Yeah.
No way!
Absolutely. I've
Oh
been
my gosh.
my wife's been to a ton of shows of him, and I went to 2 shows of his. He came to my hometown, London, Ontario, when I was I think 17, and I beatboxed on stage with him.
No way!
Yeah, we're trying to
such
find
a
the
cool
video.
story.
But
Holy crap.
Yeah, it's really crazy.
It's a small world, and that's a crazy
Yeah.
story. That
Yeah.
is insane. John Rubin, Danny Diamond's brother,
who's the head of music.
John. He's the head of music. That I cannot wait to see that.
I know,
It's gonna
that's
be
exciting.
that's gonna be really cool.
So speaking of your wife,
Yeah, let's talk about
hi.
what
It was
really
nice to
matters.
meet you. I know.
Who cares about you?
I was so excited. I noticed, like, I was watching your Paradise video, and I saw that you had the ring, and I was like, he's married. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. And so then I went back and watched one of your videos where you said, yeah, I have a wife. Anyways, so I have to ask this question. Are you guys going to have kids?
Oh, yes.
But
yes,
seriously,
one day.
when?
I have to ask. I ask everybody that's married, when's the kids coming?
She's like,
Yes.
that's a ticket in my head.
Let's go.
Maybe it'll be better for your career though. You shouldn't tell them you're married because then the ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How long
right.
you been married for?
Hey.
We've been married 3.5 years.
No way,
Yeah,
awesome.
we knew each other from high school.
Dude, we
and,
had like 7 kids by the time we'd been married.
Wait,
you guys
where's
didn't
the
waste
other
any time.
3?
We only liked 4 of them, so they're the ones that made the videos.
They made the cut.
3 years, that's cool. So how
Yeah.
you're young then? You're
24. 24.
we were. How old were you when you got married? 21.
21, yeah.
See, don't ask me to do math. I was 22, and you were
Like,
20. Were you 20?
Well, you
I
guys were
was-
young too.
Yeah, she was 20. I was
young.
22.
Was
Wow.
young.
Yeah, I figured I like them young, so you know.
You know.
Might as well get started. I know. I'm worried. Well, that is so cool. And he brought his wife today. She's beautiful. And
She is beautiful.
check Mike out. Check out all his stuff. He's got a lot of cool stuff coming up. And you might want to just like follow him on Twitter now because he's going to be a super famous singer someday. And you're going to be like,
Super duper.
I remember when he was on Shay's podcast. And now he's like everywhere.
Yeah, I think he already is super duper.
Well, he's going to be like bigger than Bono.
Can I say, though, you guys are amazing. It's really cool to see a family on YouTube just being just a great example for
thank you.
the American public. You know, you guys are really making a difference in this world, and I think it's really cool what you're doing.
Thank you.
We hope so. That's why we keep doing it.
Yeah, we can't do the beatboxing and the editing, so we got to do something.
Yeah. we got a cute kid. That's all we got to offer. Thanks for watching, world. All right. Thanks again to Mike
Thank you. It was
Tompkins
so awesome
for
to have you
coming
here.
That was great
to the studio here at Maker Studios. Thanks. I'm glad you signed on, man. We should.
Yes.
You guys should do a song together. Or something. I don't know.
Do a song.
We'll teach you guys how to make babies and stuff. I don't know.
I don't think they need any help with that.
Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Check him out, Mike Tompkins. All the links are going to be below for all of his stuff. Here in
When the kids
Maker
go to sleep,
Studios
or
in
soccer practice.
Los Angeles, California.
where the conversations are never awkward.
Play us out, Rob. It's not awkward.
Awkward and crazy.
And we actually had a lot of people on Twitter that wanted you to
When the
sing this
kids go
song.
to
So maybe we'll have to get you in here to do our song. Here it is.
When the kids go to sleep.
For school.
That was cool. All right, see you later.
Peace.